Well, hello. I've got a square piece of paper, and I want a circle. Well, what am I going to do? I want a circle. Well, if you're like most people, you're going to get out your scissors, and you're going to start cutting, and cutting, and cutting, doing some more cutting. And pretty soon, a little bit of effort, and a lot of waste, I might add, I have a circle. Wow, I got a circle. Isn't that the way we've always done it? And I got a whole bunch of ways. Isn't that the way we've always done it? Well, let's say I want to do a sculpture. Well, I'd get my marble out, I get my chisel and hammer, and I start beating away. And if I'm like Michelangelo, eventually I have this beautiful sculpture, or in my case, not. But I'd have a whole bunch of dust and dirt and leftover and waste. Wow. But what? What if there was a better way? What if there was some new technology? Something that was better than Michelangelo or the pharaohs or even scissors? What if I could just use just the amount of material I wanted? Instead of cutting it away, I could add to it and add to it and add to it until I got what I wanted. Wow. Instead of taking a big block of, let's say, plastic and cutting it down, chiseling away, cutting away to get my little plastic whistle, I was able to squirt out little pieces of plastic, and I could build up what I wanted. There'd be no waste. I just used exactly what I wanted. Well, believe it or not, we have this technology. And this new technology is called 3D printing. And they're doing some great work with this down at OSU. It's incredible. So I want to introduce you to the concept of 3D printing. You can make anything you want, basically, by just adding to instead of taking away. Much more efficient, much less waste. Just think, you're some poor guy, scientist working in Guatemala, and all of a sudden, the piece of equipment they're using breaks. Nobody in Guatemala can get you that piece of equipment, but you could send an image to Oregon State University and say, make me one of these. And they could do it. And they could air freight that back to you, and you could be back online. That's pretty amazing. So let's take a look at 3D printing. I think you'll be impressed.
A layer or two, anyway.
Well, check this out. This is what I made with my 3D printer. Actually, this is what my son did down at Oregon State. We call this the bloody bat he made. And no cutting required. Pretty amazing.